Test, test, test.
Test 1, 2. Okay, don't, let's turn it down. Turn it down. I don't want to be so. not even on. Test 1, 2. Give it a little bit. Test 1, 2. Okay. Okay.
Test, testing, test. Testing. Bruchim Abayim and welcome. And Chag Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach, happy Israel Independence Day. And Mazel Tov to all the families of our confirmands. Each of you should have the book, which is the weekday and Yom Tov prayer book, and also this small printed book, which has the names of the confirmands and parents on the front. It also, the way this service works is we're going to be referencing page numbers in the book, but all of the pieces that the confirmands have written that are a part of the service are printed here. And that means if you can't quite hear all of it, because not everything is mic'd up here, you can follow or take it home and read it. These are all things that they themselves have written. They've decided what they want to say in the service, which means if they don't say anything, it's because they don't want to. That is, each section, they chose what it was they wished to write if they wished to write. This notion of this confirmation is, as a class, we present them with all of their different views. And they each express themselves as individuals, but yet they are a class. And so it's different than bar and bat mitzvah, and it's different than a normal service. We do it now on Yom Ha'atzmaut, and this is the 70th anniversary of the independence of the state, modern state of Israel. And part of the service will reflect the words that were in the Declaration of Independence of the state of Israel, and there will also be a section dealing specifically with Israel. All the music is either in the Siddur, in the prayer book, or the special services are here in the order that the kids are presenting them. The confirmands will be running all of the service, and they will eventually as well be sharing some Torah reading with us and some other aspects. So it is my privilege to present the confirmation class of 5778.
We are gifts and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Ledor vador nagid god lecha. Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name.
In the brochure, we turn to page 1, and I'll ask the parents of the confirmands to please stand in your places. We'll be reading this prayer together. When Moses ascended Mount Sinai, he received the Torah from God, a treasure to be shared with all. Its teaching was love and kindness, responsibility and hope. Throughout the decades and the centuries, the Torah was handed down. Its values, its concerns, its timeless teachings were transmitted from one generation to the next. And one day, the Torah came to us. We received it from the generations with tender care, both for the teaching that had survived the winds of time and for us. Their Torah became ours. This evening, the gift is given anew. In the tradition of Moses, we share with you what has been so precious to our people. Today, the Torah is yours. Preserve it, protect it. But more than that, learn from it. Then one day, share it with your own children, even your grandchildren, with love, with pride, and meaning. Together we recite the words of Shechianu. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, She'echianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. And in English, blessed are you, Adonai our God, creator of the universe, for giving us life, for sustaining us, and for enabling us to reach this precious moment. Amen. Please be seated. At this time, I'm going to be opening the ark doors to give each of the students a private blessing in front of the ark. I would ask that you remain seated during this, but at the same time, each of the students has pre-recorded a statement that they want to share with you while I'm giving them a private blessing. And so you'll hear the words of each confirmant as they say their name and share the thoughts with you.
Jordana Kinder. As I stand in front of the open ark, I can say that 16 years of my parents nourishing me into a Jewish woman was worth it. I am proud to be Jewish and to represent my temple at the Nifty Star events, and to be Israeli Inclusion Vice President in Beshti. Thank you to my parents, Temple Beth Sholom, and my grandma Etta.
Marnie. As I stand in front of the open ark, I reminisce on the last time that I was on the bima becoming a bat mitzvah. I was so filled with excitement and joy, just like I am today. I am so grateful for this opportunity. My whole family has been confirmed, and finally, it is my turn. It has been such an amazing experience.
Brianna Bruns. As I stand in front of the open ark, even though I chose not to have a bat mitzvah, standing in front of this open ark today feels so meaningful and is truly an honor. It's almost as if this is my bat mitzvah and I'm becoming a Jewish woman. I can almost feel how proud my parents are of me even without seeing the expression on their face in the crowd. I hope you enjoy this service as much as I am.
Jenna Gurdon. As I stand in front of the open ark, I think about the sacred history that comes before me. All of the traditions that Jews endure, I feel when the ark opens. Standing in front of the Torah is meaningful to me because I connect to my heritage. I connect to the people who have stood in front of the ark before me. I connect to the truths the Torah tells me.
Molly Sepsenwall. As I stand in front of the ark, I reflect on the generations of my family before me doing this exact thing. Nothing honors me more than getting to really appreciate my connection to my Jewish roots in such a spiritual way. As I look back on my bat mitzvah, which was a whopping 4 years ago, I feel the same sense of belonging that I felt standing on this bima in front of this very ark. I feel the same sense of pride and the same sense of excitement, only this time with a clearer picture of my future.
Oceana Exelbert. As I stand in front of the open ark, I remember how lucky I am to be standing on top of the bima, and I want to make sure my sister gets the same experience as I did. I also want to thank my parents and everyone from Temple for working so hard and helping me out with everything.
Noah Dorfman. As I stand in front of the open ark, I remember the last time I stood here was my bar mitzvah. It's such a blessing to be back here. I feel more connected to Israel each time I come. I am so grateful to have such a great connection to God and opportunity to be Jewish. Todah Robah Kulam.
Brooks Gallett. As I stand in front of the open ark, I think of my previous generations that have stood before this ark. My brother was not confirmed, and I'm so honored that I'm having the chance to be confirmed. As I stand here, I know my family is watching me and is proud. It is crazy that just 2 years ago I stood before the Torah ark to begin the next stage of my life. Now, in front of the ark again, I will begin an even newer portion of my adulthood.
Adam Cohen. As I stand in front of the open ark, I remember my years and years with the temple. Taught Shabbat, Hebrew school, bar mitzvah, and now confirmation. The long path towards Jewish adulthood is coming to a close. As I look back on the past, I must now look to the future. I have no idea what is to come, but I face it with excitement.
David Lair. As I stand in front of the open ark, I realize it has been a while since I have last stood here. I'm grateful for all the wonderful experiences the temple has provided me. I'm happy to be here today with my close friends. As I pass this Torah to the next generation, I hope they continue to value our Jewish traditions.
Ben Barker. As I stand in front of the open ark, I think of how many have also stood in front of this ark. The importance of this moment to not only me, but all others who came before me is immense. I am not only incredibly honored, but I'm also genuinely excited to have this unique experience.
Haley Revez. As I stand in front of the open ark, I remember the last time I was here, it was my bat mitzvah. I stood here with my brother as I do now. Now he is taller than me, and I am only an inch taller than I was then. I think of my future and my past. I also think of how my family is here with me today.
Shay Berman. As I stand in front of the open ark, I reflect on the light of the individuals who have been in my position and the future that will be in my position. I remember all the holidays, bar mitzvahs, and Shabbat services I have experienced before these arks, and all the events I will experience in front of them in the future. I cannot believe that I am going to Israel this summer and will experience the Torah in a completely different way. Even though I am going to college in 2 years, this ark will always have a special place in my heart.
Mitchell Diaz. As I stand in front of the open ark, I'm reminded of my bar mitzvah, the last time I stood in front of an open ark. Standing in front of the ark seems to mark a checkpoint on our Jewish journey. Continuing my Jewish journey is something that is important to me. I'm going to Israel this summer to visit the Jewish homeland and grow a sense of admiration for our ancestors. The next part of my Jewish journey.
Isaiah Sheridan. As I stand in front of the open ark, I think of the last time I held the Torah. It was my bar mitzvah. Going back to that day, I was nervous about messing up my blessings and prayers. Looking back at it now, I see it as a high point in my life that will always hold a special place in my heart. Ironically, I am going to Israel this summer. I will take this experience as an opportunity to reconnect with myself.
Anton Weinberg. As I stand in front of the open ark, I feel deeply honored to be in front of this beautiful congregation on beautiful Miami Beach. I thank my two wonderful parents for picking me up from the frozen wasteland of Russia and bringing me to this warm environment. I am the first one of my siblings to be confirmed, and it's a very special step on my Jewish journey. I was converted by Rabbi Glickstein on the ocean when I came to the United States, and I'm very thankful that he can confirm me. And I'm very glad that my family can see me up here today.
Hudson Revez. As I stand in front of the open ark, I begin to remember the day of my B'nai Mitzvah. I also see how I have grown up and how I am only 2 years away from college. I am honored to stand here in front of my family along with my closest friends. I know as I stand here today, my family is proud of me and I am proud of myself.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Please turn to page 120 for the blessing of the Yom Tov candles.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Yom Tov.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of this Yom Ha'atzmaut. May these festival lights open our eyes to the joys in life, beauty that delights the eye, freedom to be ourselves, the knowledge of Torah that shapes our moral being, the heritage of celebration that unites us as a people. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, for giving us life, sustaining us, and enabling us to reach this season.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Please turn to page 121. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to the acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Sholom makes me feel happy,
familiar,
welcome, hungry, Jewish, joyful,
fulfilled, protected,
safe,
glad I am part of it,
proud that I attend services,
Connected to my Jewish roots.
important,
open-minded,
a sense of community.
We continue on page 130 as we rise for the Baruch Hu.
Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared?
be seated.
These complete me, friends, my family.
Ocean.
Judaism. Lens. Food.
Love.
Books. Faith.
Myself.
Music.
Motivation. Judaism in my life.
Sleep. My freedom.
Family.
We continue on page 132. Praised are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the season, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are the creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Sevot is your name, ever-living God. You may reign continually over us into eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'aravim aravim.
We continue on page 134. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, omhev amo Israel. Please rise and join us in reciting the Shema on page 136 through 138. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם למענך ודיברת בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי,
והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. Ani Adonai Eloheichem Asher Hotzeiti etem me'eretz Mitzrayim Miyot lahem Elohim Ani Adonai Eloheichem. How will I make a difference in the world?
I will try to be open-minded and respectful of ideas differing from my own.
By committing my time to helping others.
I will help people. I will think outside the box by overcoming my obstacles.
Helping others, putting a smile on people's faces, and volunteering.
By taking action and making change instead of just talking about it.
Donating money once I am rich, donating money to end cancer.
By giving back to the baby home who cared for me for 11 months.
I will give back to my community, treat others with respect, and strive for success.
By treating others with kindness, by donating my time to help those in need, and by trying my hardest to succeed and advocate on the behalf of others.
Through good deeds, fighting for what's right, helping those in need.
Giving to others and serving God.
By informing people how we are creating a world where animals are endangered and how to prevent these animals from becoming extinct.
Trying to get people the help they need, make an effort to give back to our society. We join in the Miha Moha on page 142.
We turn now to page 274 for the special section in our prayer book that deals with Israel, Independence Day, Yom HaAtzmaut. And that's what it means. Yom is day, HaAtzmaut is independence. This is the 70th celebration of the independent state of Israel. It's only the third time that the Jewish people have ever had an independent state. First time was under David and Solomon, a united state, and then under the Maccabees, the second time. And now for the last 2,000 years, 1948 began the third time, and we are blessed to live during this time. Doesn't mean it's easy. Doesn't mean there aren't hard decisions being made. It doesn't mean that mistakes aren't being made. It means that we are blessed to have this in our midst. And so this section focuses on the Declaration of Independence that David Ben-Gurion shared with the nation on that Friday afternoon, those years ago in Tel Aviv, when Israel itself, this nation, was under siege, and finally everyone knew what the name was. No one had known until that moment that the name would be called Israel. There were many other possibilities, but when he declared that it would be called the State of Israel, they all understood through the Declaration of Independence what they were fighting for. And so these are some sections from the State of Israel Declaration of Independence, the preamble, Friday, 14th of May, 1948, Erev Shabbat, the 5th of Iyar, 5708.
Why Israel is important to me. It's in my roots, it is strong.
It's where the Jewish people are from.
It is the home of the Jews.
It is the homeland of the Jewish people.
Zion is within Israel.
It is one of the primary sources of Judaism.
It is a cultural and religious hotspot.
Its culture, its history, and the Jewish people.
It has always had a Jewish presence. To me, Israel is where Judaism originated.
I had the opportunity to see how special it really is. It's the Jewish homeland.
It shows a national love for the Jewish people. God told us that Israel is the Holy Land.
Its historical and religious significance.
Because it holds a rich history, it's a sign of hope of what it has gone through to get where it is today.
It keeps me connected to my ancestors. It's a beacon for Jews all over the world.
It shows that even though you are small, never let yourself get stepped on.
Please turn to page 274. Eretz Yisrael was the birthplace of the Jewish people after being forcibly exiled from their lands. The people remained faithful to it, although there was desperation, and never ceased to pray and hope for their return to it and the restoration of it in their political freedom. Please turn to page 276. Impelled by historic and traditional attachment, Jews strove in every successive generation to reestablish themselves in their ancient homeland. In recent decades, they returned in their masses. Pioneers, immigrants coming to Eretz Yisrael in defiance of restrictive legislation and defenders, they made the desert bloom, revived the Hebrew language, built villages and towns, and created a thriving community controlling its own economy and culture, loving peace but knowing how to defend itself, bringing the blessing of progress to all the country's inhabitants, and aspiring towards independent nationhood.
Please turn to page 278. Medinat Yisrael. The state of Israel will be open to the Jewish migration and for the gathering of the exiles. How welcome on the mountains are the footsteps of the herald, announcing peace,
proclaiming deliverance. Your watchmen raise their voices. As one they shout for joy. For every eye shall behold Adonai's return to Zion.
Oyavo shalom aleinu, oyavo shalom aleinu, oyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Oyavo shalom aleinu, oyavo shalom aleinu, oyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam shalom. Oyavo shalom aleinu, oyavo shalom aleinu, oyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Oyavo shalom aleinu, oyavo shalom aleinu, oyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam.
Please turn to page 280. The state of Israel will foster the developments of the country for the benefit of all its inhabitants. It will be based on freedom, justice, and peace as envisaged by the prophets of Israel. It will ensure complete equality of social and political rights to all its inhabitants, irrespective of religion, race, or sex. It will guarantee freedom of religion, conscience, language, education, and culture. It will safeguard the holy places of all religions, and it will be faithful to the principles of the Charter of the United Nations.
Tzedek, tzedek, justice, justice shall you pursue, that you may thrive upon and occupy the land that the Eternal is giving you. Limdu hetev, learn to do good. Devote yourselves to justice, aid the wronged. Heged lecha, Adonai has told you what is good and what Adonai requires of you, only to do justice and to love goodness and to walk modestly with your God.
Bashana habaa nesheb el har mirpeset v'nisfor ziporim nodedot ילדים בחושיו יפסחו תופסת בין הבית לבין השדות או תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה או תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה.
We extend our hand to all neighboring states and their people in an offer of peace and good neighborliness, and appeal to them to establish bonds of cooperation and mutual help with the sovereign Jewish people settled in its own land. The state of Israel is prepared to do its share in a common effort for the advancement of the entire Middle East. Ve'anati shalom, I will grant peace in the land, and you shall lie down untroubled by anyone. I will give the land respite from vicious beasts, and no sword shall cross your land. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pouring hooks. Nation shall not take up sword against nation, that they shall never again know war.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I thank God I'm breathing. Then
a day.
One day, one day, one day. One day the sun will change, treat people the same. Stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free, their hearts are free. Under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like why-oh, why-oh, oh,
Why-oh, why-oh.
all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day,
One day, one day, one day, day.
one day, one day, one day.
Lessons and experience that have shaped me.
The experiences that I've had in Temple made me who I am today. The life lesson that you have to work hard to get anywhere has definitely made me who I am today.
Give good to the world.
Going to Camp Coleman, being bat mitzvah, and living in 2 different countries definitely made me who I am today.
Being bar mitzvahed and being adopted.
Learning mistakes from the wise, learning mistakes from my parents.
My education and all the wonderful opportunities my family has given to me.
My bar mitzvah, my family.
I learned to be a better person and my friends.
My family, my friends, school.
My family, my grandfather.
My family has taught me everything, Camp Half Moon and school friendships.
My mother and my father.
Scuba diving, my first trip boating, my family and friends have shaped me into the person I am today.
Getting to know my great-grandma, having the opportunity to travel the world.
Surrounding myself in a series of diverse cultures and people with different backgrounds. Please turn to page 286. We appeal to the Jewish people throughout the diaspora to rally around the Jews of Eretz Yisrael and the tasks of immigration and upbuilding, and to stand by them in the great struggle for the realization of the age-old dream, the redemption of Israel. Placing our trust in the Rock of Israel, we affix our signatures to this proclamation at this session of the Provisional Council of State, on the soil of the homeland, in the city of Tel Aviv, on this Sabbath Eve, the 5th day of ER 5708. We rise for a tikva on page 288.
Together in the brochure this special prayer that was written this year by Anat Hoffman, the executive director of the Israel Religious Action Center. If you would join me. My God, in this sacred moment, give us hope for Israel and her future. Renew our wonder at the miracle of the Jewish state. In the name of the pioneers who made the desert bloom, give us the tools to cultivate a diversity of Jewish expression in Israel. In the name of our fallen soldiers, give us courage to stand up to the words and the ways of zealots, those in our own midst and those among our neighbors. In the name of Israeli inventors who have amazed the world with their innovations, help us apply the same ingenuity to finding a path to peace. In the name of all those individuals, Grant us the strength to conquer doubt and despair in Israel, replacing doubt with action, replacing despair with hope. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated.
How I want to be remembered.
For making a great difference in at least one person's life, which causes them to be veered from the wrong path onto the right one.
Being dependable intelligence.
My helpful nature.
Good deeds.
Not being afraid to express myself.
My kind nature.
Funny and kind.
Being astonishing.
Being a good person.
My life.
My humor.
Being all around a good person.
For being a kind, motivated, and helpful human being.
For being a friend to those who needed one, being a strong female role model.
The prayers of Hallel, meaning statements of praise, is a wonderful way in which we honor and celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut and God's miraculous nature, both with the establishment of the State of Israel as well as the miracles of our daily lives. We have much to offer gratitude for. Thank you, God, for all your wondrous gifts. We turn to page 294 for the Hallel, statements of praise, and we please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likro et hallel. There was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Together, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. And it's not a cry that you hear at night, it's not somebody who's seen the light, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool ya. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Today, the teens will read from the Ten Commandments out of our Congregational Holocaust Torah scroll. This rescued Torah, which originated in a congregation located in Czechoslovakia, was permanently loaned to Temple Beth Sholom in honor of the 50th anniversary of Kristallnacht in 1988. Every year since then, each Temple Beth Sholom confirmation class has honored the memorial of the 6 million Jews lost in the Shoah by lovingly carrying the scroll in on Yom Kippur afternoon and then reading from it during their confirmation ceremony. This year, we proudly continue the tradition.
Qualities to which we aspire: loyalty, honesty, kindness, respect, compassion, good deeds, mitzvot, empathy, outgoing, enthusiasm, good listener, generous, putting others before ourselves, understanding the balance of the world, being genuine, being helpful, positive attitude, motivation, work ethic, being nice, being yourself.
Continue standing as the ark doors are open and we begin the Torah service.
Avir harim salul kayayim v'reach oranim nisa b'ruach ha'arbayim im kol pa'amonim uftar dematilan va'even shmua b'chaloma ha'ir asher badad yoshevet uveliba Yerushalayim shel zahav v'shel nechoshet v'shel or halo lechu shirayim ani kinor Yerushalayim shel zahav v'shel nechoshet v'shel or halo lechu shirayim
As one congregation, we join together in the words of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
The congregation may please be seated. Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Ach b'vohi hayom lashir lach velach likshor ktarim ketamti mitzeir banayich ume'acharon hameshorerim kishemech tzorevet hatzvayim kenishikat sarav imesh kachech Yerushalayim asher kula zahav Yerushalayim shel zahav v'shel nechoshet v'shel or halo lechu shirayich ani kinor.
Amen. Vaydaber Elohim et kol hadivarim ha'ele lemor Anochi Adonai Elohecha asher hotzeticha me'eretz Mitzrayim mibeit avadim lo yelecha Elohim acherim al panai lo ta'aseh lecha fesel v'chol temunah asher bashamayim mimal va'asher ba'aretz mitachat va'asher b'mayim mitachat la'aretz.
lo tishana lahem velo ta'avedem ki ani Adonai Elohecha el kano poked ani atov al banim al shileshim ve'al rebeim lesonai ve'osech hased le'alafim la'ahavad Ushamrei mitzvotai.
Lo tisa et Shem Adonai Elohecha lasav ki lo yenake Adonai et asher yom et shemo lasha zechor et yom hashabat lekadesha.
ששת ימים תעבוד, ועשית כל מלאכתך, ויום השביעי שבת לאדוני אלוהיך. לא תעשה כל מלאכה, אתה ובנך וביתך, עבדך ואמתך ובהמתך וגרך אשר בשעריך.
כבד את אביך ואת אמך, למען יאריכון ימיך על האדמה אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך. לא תרצה, לא תנאף, לא תגנוב, לא תענה ורעצה עד שקר.
חזרנו אל בורות המים, לשוק ולכיכר, שופר קורא בהר הבית, בעיר העתיקה, ובמערות אשר הסלע, על פי שמשות זורחות, ושוב נבד את ים המלך בדרך ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכו שירייך אני כינור. ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכו שירייך אני
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu, baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Our chain of tradition, we pass the Torah.
I hope that our next generation is blessed with the same good fortune that I am granted, and that they encourage others to continue the practice of the Jewish faith.
I am excited for those younger than me to be able to feel like I do, a strong, dedicated Jewish adult. This is especially exciting for me because in 7 years, my younger sister Lily will be standing here for her confirmation.
I realize how important it is to continue our Jewish identity and teach the next generation. I want to bring up my children and my children's children with Jewish views to help them create a sense of community within their Jewish surroundings.
I stand here hopeful that those who come after me realize the importance of Judaism and just how special it is to be Jewish in Israel.
I hope the next generation has a stronger bond between themselves and Israel, and that they pass on the teachings of the Torah to the generation that follows them.
I hope it continues to be passed on for generations to come, and that future generations know to never do something permanently foolish just because you are temporarily upset.
Don't talk the talk, walk the walk. I want the next generation to strive and learn about new cultures.
I hope the next generation passes the teachings of the Torah on forever to those who come after them. I hope they seek out guidance and strength in good and bad times, as many generations of Jews have before them.
I want the next generation to remember to listen to your parents. You may not always agree with them, but they have their best interest in mind.
I hope the next generation cherishes Judaism as much as I do, and I hope that they understand the importance of getting involved at the temple.
I hope my future children can carry on this Jewish lifestyle and follow in my footsteps. In the next 2 years, I'm graduating and going to college. I will forever hold this moment in my heart.
I hope that they have the same opportunities as I have had. I hope the future confirmation students know that despite being a struggle at times, the process is all worth it. If you put your mind to something and try hard, you can do it.
I wish them the very best, and I can't wait for them to experience this incredible feeling. I want the next generation to know that it is all worth the wait.
I want the next generation to learn that success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm.
I hope that they are able to appreciate this experience as deeply as I did. My sister Zoe recently had her bat mitzvah, and in 2 years she will be in my exact spot. My hope is that she and her peers see the light that this opportunity brings to their lives.
I hope that they share the same special memories that I have while holding the Torah. I hope they can understand just how much it has affected me in a positive way. I hope that when they hold the Torah that they will feel just as I do, like it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Together as a congregation, we turn to page 322 as we rise for the Aleinu.
La tekadula liotzer bereshit shelo asanu kigoye ha'aratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam va'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim Livnei melech, malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Vayom hahu, yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo
Please be seated. We continue on page 315. Each person has a name. We each have a name given by God and given by our father and mother. We each have a name given by our stature and smile and given by our attire. We each have a name given by the hills and given by the walls. We each have a name given by the stars and given by our friends. We each have a name given by our sins and given by our yearnings. We each have a name given by our enemies and given by love. We each have a name given by celebrations and given by our work. We each have a name given by the seasons and given by our blindness. We each have a name given by the sea and given by our death.
I have a name. My name is. My name is Shea Berman, Shai Simcha. I was named after my maternal grandmother's father.
My name is Mitchell Diaz, Mahal David. I'm named after my great-grandfather Mitchell.
My name is Oceana Exelbert, Yael.
My name is Haley Revez, Hannah.
My name is Hudson Revez, Moshe. I was named after my great-grandfather Morris Steinberg.
My name is Adam Karp Cohen, Eliyahu, named after my paternal grandfather.
My name is David Lair, David. I'm named after my grandfather, David Edward Lair.
My name is Noah Dorfman, Noah. I'm named after the Torah portion of Noah's Ark.
My name is Anton Weinberg, Svi Hirsch.
My name is Jordana Kinder, Hannah Leah.
My name is Brianna Bruns, Ariella.
My name is Brooke Scarlett, Bella.
My name is Marnie Vogel, Mindel.
My name is Ben Barker, and my Hebrew name is Baruch Zechariah.
My name is Molly Sebsenwal, Yarona Simcha.
My name is Isaiah Sheridan, and my Hebrew name is Yeshayahu.
My name is Jenna Godin, Gisha Bela. I'm named after my great-grandmother Gussie and my great-grandmother Bella.
Beautiful kids, beautiful names. Jewish tradition calls upon us to name our children after those individuals who have come before us. Not only are we honoring the names of those who tie us to our history, but we're showing respect and admiration towards their characteristics, their values, their traditions that we hope will be passed on to the next generation. Just as our confirmands have shown admiration towards those who have passed on by sharing their Hebrew names, so too may we bring life to those who came before us by acting in a way that brings light into our lives and reflects the love shown to us by those who are no longer with us on this earth. Please join me as we read the words of a powerful poem together on page 319. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. In their honor and in the honor of all those in our families who we've lost, we rise and turn to the Kaddish on page 334. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, b'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach leolam ol me'ol maya, yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yatadar v'yataleh v'yatalal shemei dekudesha b'rechu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Please be seated.
So how do they do? Mazel tov to all of you. So we have a tradition at the end. I'm going to speak a little to them, and then I'm going to speak to you. And then we're going to see some pictures that take us back to when they were little and what they are now, just to kind of have a little nostalgic journey at this point. So if you'll forgive my back, I'm going to talk to them for a minute. Mazel tov, you really did a great job. It was I hope it was painless. You seem to have a wonderful time up here, particularly Shay. Didn't you? Yeah, you did. But you also helped energize all of you, and I hope you recognize that that's the nature of a group. That's the nature of friends, is that we play off each other, and we become one unit. We kind of charge each other and help encourage each other at different times. So I want to share with you something that I read a number of years ago. I hope you all know what the Peace Corps is. So there are many people that go to these distant places in the Peace Corps, and this comes out of the manual, United States Manual for the Peace Corps, for those who are sent to be volunteers in the Amazon jungle. They are sent, these Peace Corps volunteers, all over the world, and the Amazon jungle has some special challenges. I want to share this one with you because it is what to do in case you're attacked by an anaconda. Now, I don't know if you know what an anaconda is. It's the largest snake that exists that we have in the world. It is like a boa constrictor in the way that it devours. And it grows to 35 feet in length and can weigh between 300 and 400 pounds. So this is what it says. There are, in fact, 10 steps in what you do if you are attacked by an anaconda. I want you to listen carefully to this because it will help you in your life. 1, if you are attacked by an anaconda, do not run. The snake is faster than you are. So the first thing you have to do is calm yourself and not run. Secondly, lie flat on the ground, put your arms tight against your sides, your legs tight against one another. 3, tuck your chin in. 4, the snake will come and begin to nudge and climb all over your body. 5, do not panic. That's a big one. That's a hard one. 6, after the snake has examined you, it will begin to swallow you from your feet, and always from your feet. Permit the snake to swallow your feet and your ankles. Are you picturing this? Do not panic, it says. 7, the snake will now begin to suck your legs into its body. You must lie perfectly still. This will take a long time. 8, when the snake has reached your knees, slowly and with as little movement as possible, reach down, take your knife, and very gently slide it into the side of the snake's mouth, between the edge of its mouth and your leg. Then suddenly rip upward, severing the snake's head. 9, be sure you have your knife. 10, be sure your knife is sharp. Now, I'm sharing it with you because obviously you're probably not going to be confronted by an anaconda, I doubt, if you know anybody who ever has been. But what this says is you need to be prepared in life. If you know you're going into the Amazon forest and you know this is a possibility, you got to start with number 9 and 10. Got to have a knife and it's got to be sharp. Even if nothing happens, you got to be prepared. And I want you to know that part of what we see our work here with you is to try and prepare you for what's going to be happening in the next phase of your life. As you're going into 11th and then 12th grade, and then off to college, you need not just skills, but you need values. You need to be grounded. You need to have a sense of who you are, of where you come from, and of what really matters in life. And that's really what we try to do here with your families, is to give you that base, that foundation, that will help you when you have to make difficult decisions or when you confront difficult situations. And you will. And there will be challenges to you and to your values. And you might fail some of them. But figuring out how to get back and how to use what you've learned in order to get yourself righted is what this is all about. It's how do you learn to be the best person you can be. And being based on Jewish traditions will help you. Understanding these moments will help you. That's your knife, and that's the sharpening of it. It's coming with values. It's taking your past and your traditions and carrying them with you. And even if at this point you don't necessarily totally appreciate them, remembering that they are your strength. They are there when you need them. Now I'm going to turn my back on you for a minute and talk to your family. They're going into 11th grade, most of them, right? You have 2 more years, parents. 2 more years to influence them severely. Now, later on, you will still have connection, but it passes very quickly. And I'm speaking as someone where all 3 of my children were up here in this sanctuary at one time. And now they all are married and they all have children. And it's a different situation. We have a great relationship, but I don't have that same kind of direct communication with them. And that will change for you when they go to college as well. So don't give up. Don't think that it's over just because they may not be as receptive all the time. You still are the most important influence in their lives. And the decisions that they make with you over these next years will help them as they grow. They may not always appreciate it, not now. But I'm telling you that when they get older, particularly when they have their own children, they will come back and thank you. And they will thank you for the moments where you stood with them and you made them be challenged on their decisions. And where they may have felt disappointed because you didn't allow. Continue to be involved in their lives. Give them wings, but also give them who you are. Because these years will pass quickly. And you need to be a part of their lives. We're here to help you. This temple is here. We have lots of wonderful activities and different ways of helping with you. But part of it is the decisions that they're going to make about what they do and that you're going to make with them, about where they spend their time. It isn't just about building resumes. It's about building character. It's about building who they are, their souls, because that's what will help them. The resume is always good to get into a school, but no matter what school they go to, they have to know who they are and be grounded. They have to have their soul as much intact as they can. And we're here to help you for that. And I hope that you will continue to partner with us as we partnered with some of you almost throughout their entire lives. For some of them, we go back to the very, very beginning when they were born and named them, and now they're here. And we are here as you move forward. So, at this point, we want to take a little journey that's going to be up here on the dome. And it's going to remind us through pictures and music of where they were, where they are, and maybe as you're watching this, think about where they're headed and think about the continuing role that you will play in their lives. So I'll direct all of us upward.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. If you love somebody, better tell them why they're here, 'cause they just may run away from you. You'll never know quite when, well, then again it just depends on how long the time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest river. You can have it all, but now keep moving. I'll take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, to hold it in for a while, take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. I've tried to cut these corners, try to take the easy way. I kept on falling short of something. I could've gave up then, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, been waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, to hold it in for a while, take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, I'm on top of the world, waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, to hold it in for a while, take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. We all gotta get together, just open your heart and let it out. We all got a piece to bring, we all got a song to sing, just open your heart and let it out. Yeah, when I reach out to you and you to me, we become a telemelody. When we share our hopes and our dreams, each one of us a telemelody. We all got a tale to tell, we all wanna speak it well, just open your We all got a truth to find. Just open your heart and let it out. Yeah, when I reach out to you and you to me, we become a Tzelem Elohim. When we share our hopes and our dreams, each one of us a Tzelem Elohim. Bereshit, Bereshit Bereshit bara Elohim, all our hopes, all our dreams. Bereshit bara Elohim, each one of us. B'Tselem Elohim, Bereshit bara Elohim, all our hopes, all our dreams. Bereshit bara Elohim, each one of us. B'Tselem Elohim.
So, Mazel Tov to our confirmation class of 5778. Mazel Tov to all of you who've been a part of their lives, who are here to celebrate. We want to thank Rabbi Morrison and Cantor Siegel, Barbara Shemansky, and Mark Brannick, who's in Israel, and all of those who've been involved in their life, their teachers here, and everyone who's been a part of it. We would like to give them a chance to go and take their robes off before we all go into the social hall for a really nice celebration. One of the songs that they chose is the song that we're gonna use to send them out here of the sanctuary, which was a surprise to us because it was actually, I believe, written way before they were born, and we didn't even know they knew it. It's "We Are the World," Michael Jackson, and it's what they wanted to have at this moment. So I'm going to ask everyone to rise and ask you to rise and let them come out without you tackling them, and they'll come back into the reception. We are the world.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we'll make a better day. Just you and me.
Mazel Tov, Chag Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach. Please join us behind in the social hall.